Hey everybody, welcome to JLB Sports TV. I am Justin Block and welcome to our first episode of Fan Fridays. Earlier this week I asked you guys to submit either via Facebook, Twitter, the website, or the comment section of the videos to give me a couple questions that I would answer every Friday, and this is the first video. So let's get off a couple questions. Why did you start doing videos? Well, I started doing videos mainly based out of laziness. I know it sounds weird, but back I think when I was either a freshman or sophomore in high school, before that, I had actually had a blog on sportingnews.com, which is some defunct, I don't know if it's still around, some website that would cover sports, and they actually had a blogging community, and I had my own blog there. And as school was starting to get tougher, I had less and less time to start doing blogs. So I figured, well, instead of taking an hour or two to, write a blog entry, to write an article, I can spend 5 minutes filming a video and express my point the same exact way. So I figured I would save time, still get my point across, still have an audience, and that was the way I was going to do it. I was also sick of all of the so-called analysts and pundits and ex-athletes on ESPN and all of those networks just giving the same cliche answers basically every single roundabout. So I figured, well, I could do their job better, so I'm going to. The next question, do you honestly think that RVP is leaving due to the lack of ambition, or is he just BSing and just leaving for money? I don't think it's for money at all. If he honestly wanted a £225,000 a week contract, if he was, an Ashley Cole type player, if he was so greedy like that, I'm sure Arsenal would gladly hand him over a contract. But the fact is, and I wrote about this on the website, Arsenal just cannot compete anymore. Their chairman is unwilling to spend all the money that Wenger keeps bringing in, and because they cannot compete in the transfer market, they've fallen behind, and they're now in the second tier of English football, as I discussed on the website. Shameless website plug! The next question is, do you play soccer? No, I do not play soccer. I didn't play soccer in high school. I don't play soccer in college. The last time I played organized soccer was maybe when I was 5 years old, and it was at some day camp. And my father said every single time at the games, instead of actually running around and kicking the ball, I would just talk to the goalkeeper, and if the ball got past me, seeing I was right next to the goalkeeper, I would tap it in. So no, I never actually played soccer. Although I am one to always play pickup soccer. I played a good amount this year at college, and I scored my first ever pickup soccer goal recently. I celebrated by screaming, "Fuck everybody here," and saying, I love LFC, doing the Suarez 1-2 kiss and that. So I wish I played soccer, because scoring a goal outside of watching a goal happen is by far the most thrilling moment a sports fan, player, anything can experience. Here's another question. Why isn't Liverpool bidding for anyone? New players are trying to get there before other clubs club. Adam Johnson, Demba Ba, Ramirez. The transfer window literally just opened this week. European championships have just opened. Clubs have been spending the past couple months lining up their targets, getting bids in. Things have yet to heat up, so don't worry. Liverpool will sign 5 to 7 players this summer. I guarantee it. Just things don't automatically happen overnight. Here's another question. What do you make of Brendan Rodgers' big talk about wanting to make his own history with Liverpool, and him talking about getting Liverpool back to a team that could win the league before even talking about top 4? Do you think it's a bad move to make such confident speeches about Liverpool's future, risking getting shot at if his first season doesn't go that great? Well, I'm going to answer this question in a couple parts. Number one, why wouldn't you want your manager to be confident? You have to be confident if you're going to instill that same confidence into the players. So the fact that Brendan Rodgers has title ambitions is good. Liverpool is about winning titles. And if I'm not mistaken, a couple days ago he said something along the lines of, if Liverpool players don't want to challenge for the Champions League next season, they can get out. So I think he's more realistic. I think we're all realistic. Liverpool is in no way going to be competing for the title next season. Champions League is where they should be aiming at. Even if Brendan Rodgers' first season doesn't go that well, we still have to give him the confidence and the support that he deserves. And he deserves it because he is the Liverpool manager. Usually when managers come in, they see the players they have and they sort of adapt their style or their philosophy to the players at hand. But as the years go on and the manager buys the players he wants, the team sort of shifts to the manager's philosophy and everything gels together and the team wins championships. With Brendan Rodgers, it's a little different. He's bringing on his own brand of football, the tiki-taka brand of football, and players will have to adapt to him. So this will be a painful process, but it will be one that I think will end with great reward for Liverpool. Here's another question. What do you think of Dirk Nowitzki for the Dallas Cowboys? He's one of the best in the NBA in my opinion, and I'd like to see him in Miami. Dirk Nowitzki doesn't play for the Dallas Cowboys, he plays for the Dallas Mavericks. Small mistake. He's a great NBA player, but he can never go to Miami because unlike in European soccer, or football, I'm sorry, the NBA has something called a salary cap, where I think it's capped at around $52 million, so teams can only spend $52 million worth on players. There's some exceptions to that, but because Miami has over $300 million committed into LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh for the next couple years, Dirk Nowitzki will never ever be in a Miami Heat uniform. There's a better chance of Ronaldo, Messi, and Wayne Rooney all suddenly signing for Liverpool this season than Dirk Nowitzki ever being in a Miami Heat uniform. How did you initially become interested in football, and what made you choose Liverpool as a team to support? It's a good question. To be honest, I started to become interested in football sort of around the Euro 08, World Cup 2006 range. Football started becoming more on television. Obviously, when Beckham came to the MLS, it caused a big stir for about 2 days, but those are exciting 2 days. Around my sophomore year in high school, everybody in my grade just started playing the video game FIFA. I started playing FIFA, I was hooked to it. I started following soccer a little more on television. The first game I watched was a Liverpool-Everton match. I really enjoyed that. I'm a quarter Dutch, I support the Dutch national team. I was looking at Dutch players to support. I saw that Liverpool had Ryan Babel and Dirk Kuyt. Boom, it all came together. Started following Liverpool, never looked back. What are some tips that I can make my vlogging better? Well, if you're a startup sports vlogger, have an angle. When I started vlogging, I tried to cover baseball, football, American football, Formula One. I tried to cover basically every sport I was interested in at the time. And I would sort of merge those opinions into one videos. I soon discovered people don't actually watch videos like that. That's what they have SportsCenter for. I only started gaining popularity once I started exclusively, or just about exclusively, talking about football, and even more exclusively about Liverpool. So if you're gonna start vlogging, have a sort of a niche you're going to fill, a direct audience that you can speak to. Also, you need to have the videos done with sort of some professionalism. They need to be edited together. You can't be stuttering all the time. If it's just you sitting at a desk in a poorly lit room with your bottle of lotion tissues and some trophies in the background, people are going to watch you. But if people see that for the first 5 to 10 seconds of the video, and that's usually when people decide if they're going to watch the video or not, if people see a professional environment, a professionally done video, they'll be more inclined to watch. So that's also very important. And last but not least, fan interaction. Usually at the end of my videos, I always like to ask a question, get responses in the comment section. If you're not interacting with your audience actively every single day, you're losing your audience. And here's the last question. Where do you honestly think Liverpool will be at by the end of the season? Yeah, they're finishing top four or die. But in all seriousness, if they finish top 6, I think realistically for Liverpool, that would be a good finish. But like I said, Liverpool need desperately to get back into the Champions League, so Champions League is the target. But I honestly think top 6 is a more realistic option for them, just because Arsenal and Tottenham are going to be there. You don't know how Newcastle will respond in their second season of being good once again. Chelsea's reloading, Manchester City's of course reloading. And Manchester United's still there. So in my opinion, the top 3 spots are already decided right then and there, and it'll be a dogfight between Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal, and maybe Newcastle, maybe some other challenger for the 4th spot. I like Liverpool's odds, but with a new manager, a new philosophy, just new everything across the board this season, it's going to be tough. So that's all for today of JLB Sports TV. I'm Justin Block. Submit your future Fan Friday questions, comments, whatever, down below. Just say Fan Friday, then have a question in the comments section. Hit me on Twitter, hit me at the website account on Twitter, comment on the articles. Look at the new website. It's so great and wonderful. Comment on some articles. Check it out. See you guys next week for Fan Friday and some other videos I will have coming during the week next week.